Yeah.
Vera, always a pleasure to see you in a film. My God, you're so great in this. And I have to ask, how great was it bossing around Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's just good to boss. It feels good to boss people around, once in a while.
Yeah.
Just feels good. Be Jake.
He deserved it.
Anyway.
He deserved it. But seriously, the two of you, I just don't know how you do it, because you're making this film with him and you're not even in the same room. And the chemistry is fantastic.
Okay.
How do you pull that off?
You have no choice but to. There's a lot to consider, and you know, first of all, you gotta accept that those are your limitations, and only then can you sort of squirm into sort of new discoveries of how to. It was definitely a concern of mine that he wasn't going to be there when he's quite obviously in the scene with me.
Right. Yeah.
And then I get to set, and there's a camera that I have to do all my acting with, which is the antithesis of what you do as an actor. Is you ignore that big black thing that's looking at you. And,
yeah.
And here you are confronting it dead on, and then also expository dialogue is really difficult to nuance as an actor, and using then the real estate in between the lines becomes very important, and thoughts and the specificity of thought becomes how I think the character will come alive. So,
yeah.
You know.
And then he was there off, like, he was. God
He's
bless him. He came and did some lines with you.
He's a good sport. He did. He's a good sport. And I had the benefit where he shot first, and I could. Duncan showed me his playback, and I could gauge my performance based on watching how he executed the scene. So
it's such an interesting topic. You know, if something like this could actually happen, would you support it? Do you think you could find yourself, you know?
Well, yes. I mean, come on. If we could go back and warn people to evacuate in any natural disaster that has occurred in our lifetime, or man-made, yeah, you know, it's going to take a. It's going to. I mean, but it's. I keep saying there's a checkbox on your driver's license.
Yeah.
That and there's two types of people. There's people that check that box off and people that don't. Mm. And so you just honor that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty noble if you check it off.
Yeah. Now, if you had 8 minutes to finish a task that you would just love to finish in 8 minutes, what would it be? And you cannot change diapers. That doesn't, you know, because you're a pro at that.
No, I'm a pro at that.
Something else.
I can do that under 10 seconds flat. I have a massive. Honestly, it's. I have goats, and you know, they get shorn twice a year, and I'm a spinner and a knitter, and this wool is just accumulating. I would just love to stop time and actually process that wool and make sweaters.
That would be cool.
It's just
Michelle wanted to do laundry in 8 minutes.
Laundry in
Don't
8
you
minutes?
Think finishing that? Like your huge stacks of all of...
Just send it off. Send it off. If you can afford to send it off, there's wash and fold. It won't take 8 minutes, but at least 8 hours later you'll have it. You know, it would be in 8 minutes. Oh, in 8 minutes?
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could
do.
Absolutely. Now, you have so many amazing leading men that you've worked with over the years. I mean, wow, knock wood. But is there somebody you're still like, wow, I got to work, you know?
Again with him?
Yeah, or not again, somebody new.
Somebody new.
Yeah, somebody new. No George Clooney's, no Jake's, you know, somebody else. Is there somebody you're dying to work with? Or want to direct? Because I know you've got a movie coming out that you've directed, right?
John Hawkes. Mm. And I've worked, it's not fair, I directed John Hawkes.
Yeah. He's great.
But John Hawkes is always, you know, any script I'm attached to, he's like top 3.
He's amazing. Well, I hope that we get to see your movie Higher Ground in Toronto at the film festival, possibly.
Yes, potentially, and it certainly is coming out. Sony Pictures Classics picked it up, and you know they're excited about it. So it'll come out towards end of August or September.
Perfect.
I'm
yes,
excited
just
about that.
September, so we can see it there.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you too.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Take care. See you soon.
Thank you.